Hey guys, Steven here, Fanatic Perspective. How about them Cowboys? We pull one out that we tried to give away to the Atlanta Falcons 22-19, setting up a big showdown with the Washington Redskins on Thanksgiving, but we'll get to that in a second. Man, Jason Garrett almost didn't learn his lesson. You got to get as many yards as you can at the end of the game for your kicker, especially when you have rookie kicker, shaky kicker, and Brett Maher. I don't even know if that kick would have been good from 43, but fortunately, we got it in from 42. Typically, I want to get at least inside somewhere between 40 and 35 yards just to assure myself, especially with that many timeouts. You had enough time. I felt like we got a little conservative there at the end of the game, but we pulled it out. And look, coming to this game, I saw Dak wearing the sleeves again, even though we playing indoors in Atlanta, and I'm with it. I like Sleeve Dak. Sleeve Dak is like Hoodie Mello. He's like Headband Clay. You know, these just seems like a different quarterback to me. I don't know what it is. And look, he didn't do a whole lot of spectacular today, but he managed this game, took care of it for us, made some plays in the run game. Obviously had the drop with Cole Beasley, but overall, good performance by Dak. Now, the guys that carried this home for us, Zeke and LVE, welcome to 2018 Dallas Cowboys. Welcome to 2018 Scott Linehan, Jason Garrett. That's how running backs are getting used in today's game. You don't have to turn around and hand the ball to somebody 30, 35 times. You can mix in short passes, getting guys open underneath, check downs, swing passes to get them their touches in space. I thought a lot of that stuff today. Many of you guys continue to make fun of Dak Prescott, calling him Dink and Dak. That's fine. A lot of this stuff is by design. The way Atlanta knows they have, they've had their struggles back into their secondary. Look, we're going to try to play more coverage, opportunities underneath. That's by design. When your right tackle and La'el Collins is struggling with speed against Vic Beasley, you have to get the ball out very quick. I like those adjustments. Now on our third downs, we still were able to have almost a 50% conversion rate, because we had good stuff with Cole Beasley. Amari Cooper didn't have a great day stat-wise, but was ready when called upon. Not seeing those drops that we saw in Oakland, that's very, very promising for this offense. But Zeke and LVE looks like a superstar right now. He is a superstar. But right now he is playing, he's living up to that billing. He's one of the best players in the NFL. Honestly, I love having him on my team, watching him every single week. And I love the fact that our coaching staff is finally figuring out a way to get him touches efficiently, like you see with his peers. And I've been, going ad nauseum on this channel about that. So overall, that's good. That's good. Now, defensively, Leighton Vander Esch, dude, one of the best linebackers in the league this season. I mean, if you really put on the tape and look at what he's doing, how he's able to get to the football, his open field tackling, his athleticism at his size. He's also getting stronger at the point of attack. We saw him in the open. I know he got an interception today, and he's doing a great job finding the football, tracking it, able to secure it, and get downfield, get us some yards, even on the back end of that. But to make an open field tackle on a running back, open field on Jake Matthews, getting underneath him, scraping, holding him to a 1-yard gain on big plays. We saw him do that in the Eagles game. Guys, this is remarkable stuff that we are seeing with Leighton Vander Esch. Couldn't be more excited for him, Jalen Smith, these young linebackers. DeMarcus Lawrence, another one of these guys, one of the better players in the NFL that we have a privilege of watching on our team, who's balling right now. 2 more sacks today. Did a great job of flushing Matt Ryan throughout. Probably would have had more sacks if it was an inexperienced quarterback. But what I love seeing Matt Ryan, and hopefully Dak Prescott can take some of this away, his footwork is excellent. You guys see how he's able to slide, shuffle, sidestep the pass rush, avoid even more sacks. He did it to Tyrone Crawford a few times. I think if Dak at some point can add that to his game, that will help him reduce some of the sacks and pressures that he gets in his face, especially when his line may have issues, or they may have a quick pressure on a bootleg or something of that sort. So overall, you have to be pleased with what we saw today. We're back at 500. And that's a roller coaster ride we are on with this coaching staff. Just is what it is. I'm still really ready to move on from them personally. I'd like to do it, whether they win the division or not. That's just where I'm at. Unless we continue to see just marked change and, they go on a big run. You saw what Tennessee did with their coaching staff last year. Mike Mularkey was actually able to get into the divisional round. He won a playoff game, and they still said, "Thank you for your service. We're going another direction. We've maxed out with you, so to speak." That's where I'm at with Jason Garrett. Not saying he's a horrible coach. I'm just saying I'm ready to see something new, just with the development of this team. But today's not the day to rag on that, especially after a W. Overall, I'm pleased. I'm pleased with, the development of just all these young guys on defense. Really, really excited. Even when guys got beat, like Cheeto, he's right there in coverage, almost rips the ball away. So just Randy Gregory, second week in a row, gets a sack, getting in the mix. Malik Collins made a couple plays in space today. So, if we were able to get maybe an actual tight end in the offseason, and I also like to see a backup running back on this team, because we're too predictable. Whenever Zeke has to come out, we don't have another runner we can plug in there and continue to run offense the way the Saints do. I'm watching the Saints kick Philadelphia's butt right now. Whether they sub in Ingram or Kamara for one another, they're still running the same plays. It's unfortunate, and I'm not saying Rod Smith is a bad player, but it's just too much of a drop off for me personally. So I'd like to see them also address that in the offseason, just trying to add another playmaker in this offense. You saw what we are seeing, the effect that Amari Cooper's, just his presence, is having overall, and it's great to see Sleeve Dak exercise the demons of last year, playing with confidence. You see him flexing, screaming. That's what I want from my starting quarterback. And the last thing I will say is this. How do we get to that field goals? Because Dak Prescott's clutch and can lead a 2-minute drill. I don't worry about him in those situations. I really don't. And going back to college, we always talk about his inaccuracies and his footwork and his mechanics. One thing he does have that clutch gene. He is excellent under pressure. And in those moments, throwing back across his body to Cole Beasley, the big throw to Michael Gallup on the sideline on the comeback, even the ball he threw on the first down to Michael Gallup, the back shoulder, that Michael just got to get stronger to come back to that. That's a good ball. He seems to be on the money when everything's on the table, even going back to that first Redskins game when he was leading us. So I like what I have in my quarterback from an intangibles perspective, and every week is just adding to that evaluation for all of us when it comes to Dak Prescott. But overall, I'm pleased. We'll take it, and we'll see you guys on Thanksgiving. I'll try to get a preview out before then, but very excited for this big Thanksgiving showdown with the Washington Redskins as they take an L today to the Texans. So we'll see you guys. Appreciate y'all.